Hello and welcome to a brand new series of Only Connect. I am delighted to be back, although I've kept myself busy since we've been off air trying to write a murder mystery novel. I wanted a complete break from quiz show hosting, so I've immersed myself in a different world entirely. You know the sort of thing, there's a motley lineup of quirky characters, shifty types, each with their own twisted backstory and peculiar hidden agenda. We don't yet know what they're capable of. All you know is you wouldn't want to be alone in a room with any of them. Let's meet the teams. On my right, Liz Jaggs, who's nearly finished War and Peace 18 times. Helen Jewell, who works in financial services and is a member of the British Hedgehog Preservation Society. And their captain, Stephen Othen, a consultant chemical engineer who is currently re-watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer with his 16-year-old daughter. United by a love of cribbage, they are the Cribbagers. Stephen, what did you think of the last series? Did you watch?
We did. I thought the most fun by far was the third, fourth place playoff.
It's always a jolly one, isn't it? Good luck trying to make that one. Have you got any tips on improving the show? No,
just as it is. It's brilliant as it is.
You've made an excellent start. You're already guaranteed a few points. I'll just have to work out how to give them to you. Thank you for coming along to play. You are facing, on my left, Michael Tigalar, a freelance numismatist and keen cricketer. Eleanor Young, who had to be hospitalised after her first spin class. And their captain, Stanley Thomas, a client services executive and professionally trained clown. United by their appreciation of Arsenal Football Club, they are the Gunners. How about you, Stanley? Are you fans of the show? Do you always watch Only Connect?
Oh, yeah. Every Monday night, we're gathered around the telly, the three of us, huddled round.
What would have to be on the other channel for you to not watch Only Connect?
I mean, it's in the team name, I think. Arsenal, Champions League final, maybe we'll switch over, but we'll come back for half-time.
It's quite a controversial team name for a series opener.
Yeah.
You understand you're going to have enemies among the viewers right from the off.
I think there may be some enemies of ours on the other team as well. So,
Well, I think there might be, because Cribbagers, you won the toss, but you've decided to put your opponents in first. So some gamesmanship right at the top of the series. Gunners, I will be inviting you to see if you can spot the connection between 4 apparently random clues. The fewer clues you see before giving me the right answer, the more points you get. So, let us begin this series by choosing an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Can we have the 2 reeds, please?
Yes, you can. The 2 reeds is going to be the first question of the show. What is the connection? Here's the first clue.
Okay, so little bits of iron. Yeah, little sort of iron circles. Ring pulls.
Not ring pulls.
Anything else? Next, please. Is it number of colours?
How many there are?
Because the snooker pulls is, I want to say 9 colours?
Yes.
8 colours, I think.
I'll have the next.
Next one. I'll have the 16 of those. So if
Okay.
there's 4, 8, 6...
It's
oh,
not
no,
16.
that's not 7, is it? So how many white chess pieces are there?
Have the next.
Next, please.
Does it just make up half? Oh, like half of
That makes sense.
The red numbers. So there's the same amount of white chess pieces as there are black, same amount of white piano keys as there are black, is that right? And same amount of red snooker balls as there are coloured snooker balls? No
An
idea.
ingenious attempt, but I'm afraid you haven't persuaded me. Cribbagers, do you know the connection?
They're all traditionally made out of ivory, or known as ivories.
They are all formally or traditionally made from ivory. Very well done. Bagpipe mounts, ferules and ring caps. Do you know what these are?
No idea.
I have no idea either. It's very interesting, I've got in my notes here that they were made with ivory for hundreds of years before being outlawed. And then the notes say, one has to jump through many legal hoops to sell or transport antique ones. It sounds like a complaint. I sense the question like he's an ivory smuggler. It sounds like, so the red tape is a nightmare as you try to smuggle old ivory. Well done, you get the bonus point, and you may choose your own question.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. These are going to be picture clues. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
It's a horseshoe. No idea. Yeah, could goes bad luck. So the next one.
Next.
A pencil. What could a pencil be? There's a pointing the wrong way. Actually, here's another one.
Yeah, so next.
Oh, walrus. Walrus, pencil, horseshoe. It's an upside-down horseshoe, so the luck
There's
is...
other tusks as well.
Yeah, 2 tusks, I think, need. Maybe another one.
Yeah, so next.
Oh, handlebars. Oh, moustache types, yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
types of moustache.
Types of moustache.
They are cuts of moustache. Very well done. Have you ever grown one for Movember?
I have not tried, no.
I wasn't asking you, your teammate.
I've been admiring Michael's all day.
That is a lovely moustache. What would you say that was of these categories?
Maybe closest to a handlebar or a pencil, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it was a sort of lockdown sort of hobby, I guess.
I mean, if you've been growing that since 2020, it's less impressive.
It's just got here, yeah. Yeah, I've never cut it.
I've got a little list here of celebrities with moustaches. Shall we have a bonus moustache quiz? I'll say the name, you shout out what sort of moustache they've got. Errol Flynn?
Pencil.
Good. Sammy Davis Jr.?
Pencil.
Hulk Hogan?
Horseshoe?
Horseshoe. Yeah. Joseph Stalin.
Handlebar.
Paul von Hindenburg. It gets a bit gloomy here. I think that's... Shall we move on from the moustache quiz? Yes, very well done for the point. Back to you, Gunners. What would you like?
Could we have the horned viper, please?
Yes, you could. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
He was on SNL. He was a comedian on Saturday Night Live. He became a senator of Minnesota, I think. Next, please. Eric Estrada played a policeman on a TV show called Chips. I think it might be things that they played on telly and then became in real life.
I like that.
We should get another one.
I think we should get another
Can we get one more? Oh, I think that is because he did Le Mans.
Yeah, I like it.
I think these are things that they played on television and then became in real life.
Very well done. And you knew that after 2 clues. You could have had 3 points. Yeah. Very well done. I'll show you the last clue. The heroic Vladimir Zelensky, who played a president in the sitcom Servant of the People. What can you tell me about the first 3 clues?
So Al Franken was on Saturday Night Live for years.
He played Paul Simon, was the senator that he portrayed.
Eric Estrada was on, I think, Chips, and then presumably became a policeman at some point.
He became a deputy sheriff in Virginia. That must have been freaky if he stopped you for some sort of crime.
And then Paul Newman played a racing driver, but he had something to do with setting up Le Mans?
He finished second in the 24 hours at Le Mans in 1979. He became quite a successful racing driver. Yeah. Very well done. What would you like next, Cribbagers?
Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Champagne's stronger than whiskey. I think it's just a fact.
Next.
Oh, quiche better than Dow. Oh, goodness. Champagne is stronger than whiskey. I don't know.
No idea. No. Next.
MySpace is more secure than Google. I mean,
is it an advertising thing?
Maybe.
It's not true.
Could be. Could be an advertising thing that's not actually right, or it isn't necessarily right. I think we need another one.
Yeah, so next.
7 is less vulnerable than Troy. 7 is the film, because it's got the 7 in the title. Less vulnerable. Yeah, it's been both of those, but it's less vulnerable.
2 seconds.
Oh, please.
So I think they're
things they claimed.
Things they claimed but are not true.
Not it, I'm afraid. Gunners, do you know?
These are facts about passwords.
Very well done. We are talking about internet passwords. Champagne will be a stronger password than whiskey because...
more letters?
And a capital letter.
And a capital.
So that would help. Kesha, obviously, the $sign there, MySpace, an extra capital, and 7 has the number 7 in it, or they're longer or so on. They're more complicated words. They make stronger internet passwords. It's very well done. And what would you like for your own question?
Could we have the water, please?
The water question. It's the music question. You'll be hearing your clues. What do they have in common? Here's the first.
See me right out of the sunset. Sounds like a TV screen.
Next, please. Next.
Dynamite by Yeah.
Get one more. Next, please. Explosives.
Is the right answer. What did we hear?
So the last one was Sex Bomb by Tom Jones, and the third one was Dynamite by Tayo Cruz.
Nice. Exactly.
Not sure about the other two.
Do you recognise them,
The second one was music for fireworks from Handel.
Exactly so. And the first one, TNT, an AC/DC track. One question remains for you, Cribbagers, the lion question. What do these clues have in common? Here's the first.
Kung Fu Panda 2. It was Jack Black. It was Jack Black in both, a white number 2. So, yeah, next.
Next.
Green? Do they turn green? Yeah, she's green.
Do they turn green?
They are green. I think we need the last to be safe.
Yeah, next.
Wily Coyote. Do they always die in it? Do they die? Wily Coyote can die, do they? Always get blown up.
Do you walk into a rain?
They always get hurt.
Green is really good.
Yeah, but
2 seconds.
They're all green or turn green.
They are. I mean, so many awful things happen to Wile E. Coyote. I guess he must turn green at some point, but not regularly. Gunners, do you know for a bonus?
We're going to say that they are invulnerable.
Wile E. Coyote?
He can't die.
Oh, I suppose so, yes, because he... But no, that's not it. This is, I must say, my favourite question of the game. It may prove my favourite question of the series, so we're peaking early. Each of the people or creatures in this question has an adversary that is a bird. So Po, in Kung Fu Panda, goes up against an evil peacock, played by Gary Oldman. Hen House Harry, you know that old game? He runs in, or you, if you're being him, you running out trying to steal eggs and being chased by sort of ducks and that sort of thing. Who's Grotbags?
Emu, good old Emu.
That's right.
Yeah.
She was green, wasn't she, Grotbags?
She was green, and Wile E. Coyote was Roadrunner.
Roadrunner, exactly. So their adversaries are birds. That means at the end of round 1, the Cribbagers have 2 points, the Gunners have 4. Time now for round 2, the sequences round. This time the teams may see a maximum of 3 clues before telling me what comes forth. Gunners, you'll be going first again. Which hieroglyph would you like?
Can we get the Eye of Horus, please?
I don't see why not. You'll be seeing the first in a series of 4 clues, but I want to know what the 4th clue is. The first one is this.
Well, that's a country.
That's a country.
Anything else?
Is it like Alba? Is that Scotland?
Could be. Next, please. What's the letter for as well? Yeah, that's
B.
not...
Oh.
Yeah?
No.
No? Nothing? OK, next, please.
Scotland, scholars, travellers.
Are they names of
A, B and C, isn't it? So, names to go to. Is it D? Well, it's going to be D.
It's going to be D.
D.
What's scholars and travellers? I have nothing, sorry.
2 seconds.
D. England.
That is not the answer, I'm afraid. Cribbagers, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
D. Home team.
Do you know, in a way, yes, but I can't accept it. England is foully wrong, a terrible slur. Home team is more like it. The answer is D, Wales. Wales is the home team here, of course. Does that help you work out what the sequence might be?
No.
A is for Andrew, the patron saint of Scotland. B is for Bede, the patron saint of scholars. Then we've got Christopher, Saint Christopher. We want a patron saint whose name begins with D, for example, David, patron saint of Wales. No points there, then, but Cribbagers, you may choose a question. What would you like?
The Horned Viper, please.
OK, what comes forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
I'm just got village. How many letters? 5.
Next.
Cooked breakfast. Is it breakfast? Home breakfast.
It's a sequence, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
next.
National anthem. National... Unless it's kind of village... Oh, no. National town breakfast. English breakfast. English national.
Something English national.
Global, yeah. Global warming. I don't know. Watch the Buzzer Steve.
2 seconds.
Underscore warming.
Why would that be?
Because we're working up from English breakfast, then national anthem, so it's not quite bigger, the whole country, and then global.
And what would the first one be?
Something smaller than England.
Village.
I can't take it, I'm afraid. Gunners, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
We think it's the other way, so it's continental breakfast, national anthem, and then a word for city, blank break.
I will take that. We've got town for county town, but the key is it's geopolitical areas getting smaller. So global village, continental breakfast, national anthem, and there's something that's smaller than a nation,
healthy.
capital or county.
You think continental, we think English.
Well done, you get the bonus point and your chance to choose a question. What would you like?
Could we please have the lion?
Yes, you could. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Something on top.
That's good. Okay, next, please.
Seven Nation Army. What did he say?
Is it the triple entente, double entente, something?
If it's 7, that's all good. Next, please.
Six Nations, yeah.
Eight, 7, 6. So a group of 5.
So something like 5 a day.
5.
Yeah.
Not number of vegetables you
Yeah.
have a day. Yeah. Number of fruits and veg you're supposed to have a day.
I think I need to ask you for something more than that.
Oh, countries. So any group of 5 countries.
Why are you giving me that answer?
So Seven Nation Army is the White Stripes song. The Six Nations is the European Rugby Union tournament. And the military coalition is probably the 8 nations.
Well, I'll take it. I would have preferred to hear the word nations in your answer than countries, but that's absolutely it. The 8-nation alliance is that military coalition. And then the 7 nations White Stripes anthem, and then the 6 nations and 5 nations championship is the example that we've got. European rugby tournament. But something with 5 countries, or, as I'm sure you meant to say, nations, is the right answer. Cribbagers, what would you like?
The Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What would come forth in the sequence? Here's the first.
Green salad could be anything.
Next.
Small board, that's something Swedish.
Bread, but salad, bread, that's it.
Unless it's like a salad, it's something you cook.
Yeah. So next.
Standard.
That's how much bread there is.
Oh, so 0, 1, 2, so a club sandwich, yeah.
A club sandwich.
Is the right answer. And why is that?
Because it has 3 slices of bread in it. And going backwards, it's 2, 1, and ideally no bread in a green salad.
Yes, I mean, clue 1 could have been absolutely anything at all, couldn't it? Something that doesn't have a slice of bread in it. 1 in a smørrebrød, a classic Danish open sandwich. And something with 3 slices of bread, a club sandwich. Back to the Gunners for a choice.
Could we get the 2 reads, please?
Yes, you could. This is going to be a series of picture clues. What would you see in the 4th picture? Here's the first.
Next.
That's Zendaya.
Okay.
Zen.
Next, please. Zinedine Zidane.
So Z-E, Z-I.
Oh, yes. So you said Zorro. Yeah. A picture of Zorro?
That would be a lovely answer. We haven't got Zorro, we've got Zoe Ball. But I'll accept your answer and why.
So we're not entirely sure who the first one is, presumably Z-A, with a name beginning Z-A. The next is Zendaya, and then it's Zinedine Zidane. So going backwards, or going forward, Z-A, Z-E, Z-I, and then someone whose name begins with Z-O.
Exactly, so that first picture is the fashion designer Zandra Rhodes. Cribbagers, 1 question remains of this round, the water question. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
In I, or in 1, I think.
Next. I am big. It's Greek.
Oh, it's Greek.
It's Greek. I think I need to say next. So next.
Tetris, that's 4. By it's 2. 1, 2, 4.
So it's what's after that? It's pentra, I think. I'm not certain. I think it's that. Okay, I'll try that. Pentra.
Not it, I'm afraid. Gunners, do you know?
Is it just TRI with all capitalised?
It is not. What do you think is going on here?
I think it's feet in Greek poetry moving upwards, and I can't remember what the 4th one is.
It is to do with feet, but we're just spelling out a particular phrase, and the capital letters just suggest emphasis. It's in iambic tetrameter. In iambic tetrameter, but emphasising the 2nd bit.
Yes.
You know what that is, iambic tetrameter, like...
Absolutely. My wife would be very upset since she is a classics teacher.
But it is, you know, in all poetry you get these sort of, you know, daffodils, the words were, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. I speak like Richard Burton, don't you think? That's how you deliver the poem. That means at the end of round 2, the Cribbagers have 4 points, the Gunners have 9. Time now for the connecting wall. 16 jumbled up clues that need sorting into 4 connected groups of 4. There are red herrings, there are clues that might fit into more than one category, but there is only one correct solution. Cribbagers, you'll be going first this time, so please choose lion or water.
Lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Skywalker. Luke's a famous Luke. 2 Ronnies. Waste. Newton. Travis is Perkins. Skywalker.
There's no other Star Wars.
No, there's nothing else usual Skywalker at all. Nose. Well, nose sounds like a nose. Anything else that sounds like nose? Nose, toe, heel, and eye.
Well done.
Any others?
Oh no, so
what else?
Waste.
Okay.
So you go through those.
Miss out heel.
Travis, that's a Scottish.
Out toe. Miss out nose.
Pat.
Miss out eye. Right.
Well done. So Ronnie, 2 Ronnies. Travis, advertising, but he, Sue.
Newt. So what could Newt have before and after it?
Neutron.
Neutron. Matron. Iron.
Patron. Yeah,
and
the other
Heron.
one. Heron. Yeah, so you go through those.
Miss out.
Squadron as well, those, don't forget.
Okay. Miss out.
Okay.
I've lost
Ronnie.
track. Miss out that.
Ronnie,
Miss out
Sue.
P. Miss out I. Miss out, so it must be squad in it. Squad.
Okay, what else we got? Advertising board.
Right, okay.
Sue board, Pat board, Skywalker, Pat, Postman Pat.
I. What else could I be?
Unless we go through names, Pat, Sue, Sarah, Ronnie, just because they're names.
But
Travis.
What would they be? So what would Travis
we haven't
Skywalker
got. I
advertising
don't think
be
we've got
then?
much time though. Okay, so I think we've got names.
Just go for some names.
Just leave.
So, just go for those 4.
Yeah. Leave out Pat. Okay, let's have a moment just to see if we can get something in the other ones. Advertising board, Luke Skywalker.
Sue could be something else quite easily, couldn't it?
Sue could be.
Shall we go
so
with
leave out
that?
Sue. Yep.
Oh, that's it. That's your 3rd strike, and the wall has frozen. But you found 2 groups, so that's 2 points, and you get more if you tell me what connects the first blue group, starting heel.
They sound like parts of the body.
They sound like parts of the body. Heel, nose, toe, waist. And the green group, starting squad.
We can put Ron after them to make a word.
Well found. The he is horrible because it makes heron. And, of course, you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. There we are. That's what it should look like. What about the red group now? Pat, Sue, Ronnie, Travis.
Probably the TV show. I don't know which one, though.
No, we don't know what that one is.
Early on, you mentioned the 2 Ronnies. They are Barkers. The author, Pat Barker, Sue Barker, the sportswoman and broadcaster, Ronnie Barker, of course, and Travis Barker is a drummer who's in the Kardashians, that sort of thing. And the last group, I, Sarah, Skywalker, advertising.
Have board after them.
That is not it. These are the last words of titles of films starring Richard E. Grant. With Nail and I, of course, but I was a red herring for almost everything. I mean, and it sounds like a Jack and Sarah. How to Get Ahead in Advertising, and he was in that Star Wars film, The Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
But you found 2 groups, you gave me the 2 connections. That is a total of 4 points. Let's bring in their opponents now, give them the other wall, the water wall, and see how they get on. You have 2.5 minutes to solve your wall, starting now.
OK, what do we think? Joe Black is Meet Joe Black, Meet the Parents. Meet Cute and Meet Dave is a film. Yeah,
Nice.
lovely. Balmoral. Go on. Yeah.
Foxy and Dreamy.
Nice. They're just synonyms.
3 strikes now.
So, Balmoral, Glamis, Sterling, and something else is a thing in
Presumably
Scotland.
Tantalon, but then what's the other?
Change a letter. So Joy, J,
Robin,
Blackbird,
Blackbird,
Robin, Starling.
Nice.
So Tantalon would be the other
What are they in Scotland?
castles.
Castles.
Royal estates.
Old palaces, maybe.
We think this is royal estates or castles. What do we think?
Castle, Stirling. I've been to the Stirling Castle.
Stirling is Starling. So
That's
do we say castles then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You've solved them all. You made short work of that. But do you know the connections? Tell me about the first group starting Joe Black.
So they all begin with meat, and they are all also films?
That's right. If you add meat to the beginning, you get the films Meet Joe Black, Meet Dave, Meet the Parents, and Meet Cute. And the next group, Hot, Foxy, Dreamy, Fit.
These are all synonyms for being attractive.
Exactly so. And the next group, Reuben, Sterling, and so on.
So if you change a letter, you get a bird.
Exactly so. Robin, Starling, J. Blackbird. And the last group, starting Blackness.
We think these are Scottish castles.
They are Scottish castles. Well done. So you got all the groups, of course, and you've given me all the connections, and I can give you a bonus 2 points for getting all correct. That is the maximum 10 points. Very well done. Let's have a look at the scores going into the final round. The Cribbagers have 8 points. The Gunners have 19. So a bit of ground to make up for you Cribbagers, but lots of points in the air in round 4, the missing vowels round, because here, if the teams can tell me what are the disguise clues from which we remove the vowels and respace the consonants, I will give them a point, but if they give me a wrong answer, I'll take a point away. Fingers on buzzers then, teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguise clues are all ABBA songs. Cribbagers?
Dancing Queen.
Correct. Gunners?
Mamma Mia.
Yes, it is. Cribbagers?
Do it, do it, do it.
Not it, I'm afraid. You lose a point. Gunners, do you know?
I do.
Correct. Next clue. Gunners?
SOS.
I feel this one's cheating, but yes. Next category, green things. Gunners?
Kermit the Frog.
Correct. Gunners?
Renewable energy.
Well done. Gunners?
Jealous person.
Yes, indeed. Cribbagers?
Grot bags.
There she is. Next category, two soups. Gunners?
Gazpacho and minestrone.
Yes, it is. Cribbagers?
Vichyssoise and Cullen skink.
I'll take that pronunciation. I'd say Vichyssoise and Cullen skink, but you know the soups. Next clue. Gunners?
Chowder and Basque.
Not a soup, I'm afraid. Cribbagers, do you know?
Chowder and bisque.
And bisque is what I'm looking for. No time to shout broth and mulligatawny, as people do in my dreams, because that is the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the winners and straight through to the next round with 25 points are the Gunners. Very well done to you. Cribbagers, you finish on 11 points, but of course you're not out. You get another go to get through to the next round later in the competition. Thank you all very much for playing, and thank you for watching. Please join me next time as we continue the new series of Only Connect, the quiz with teams so clever they already know what word comes next in this sequence. Goodbye.